Hi guys, how we doing? So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the likes and dislikes of Twitch streamers, of things that people could say in chat that they say or do in chat that as a streamer, you could really make or break you. That there's things that make you kind of uncomfortable, and there's things that you're like, wow, I really feel good about myself, regardless of how many viewers you have. So today we're going to be getting into a little bit of that. Let's check it out. So starting at number one, it's probably one of my top likes that is a must. It's super important to me. And that is telling a streamer if their audio is bad, if their sound is bad, if their voice is too low, if their game is too high, if the music is too loud or soft. It is extremely important, especially for someone like me. Because if you're like me and you spend all this crazy amount of time on trying to see if you get your audio situated, or if you buy equipment like a Go XLR and a new microphone, and this is a new microphone, um, you want it to sound good. I can't stream 50 hours a week. I mean, that's the dream, right? But if you can't, if it's bad and it doesn't sound good, and I go 3 hours of streaming and nobody says anything to me, and I go back and I look at my stream and I'm like, this is terrible. Like, my game is too low, I'm too loud, my voice sounds old, distorted, and no one said anything. I would be pretty upset. So please, streamers like it. They will appreciate you saying, "Hey man, the music's a little too loud." Excuse me. They'll like it if you say, "Oh man, I'm sorry, I can't hear the game." They'll fix it. It's usually not a bad fix. So please tell people. They will appreciate it. They will like if you tell them that your audio is a little off. And that brings us to number two. The second like, and this is really important, is that obviously just complimenting. And this is of course, this is a like anywhere in life. I mean, no matter what you're doing, but especially streaming. If, like we just talked about, telling you about the audio is bad, but man, if you like somebody's setup, if you like the sound of how they sound, and or something like that, or your stream is real smooth, tell people, like, wow man, you sound great, your audio's on par. Just compliment them. It will go so far, and people will especially remember when people are putting in work into their stream and you compliment them. It makes their day. They don't even care. Most of the time, they won't even care how many viewers they have. They will go to bed that night saying, at least, you know what? This is the quality that I was looking for. It means a lot. It's important. So my third like, and all of these things kind of go together, because I mean, as a viewer, they usually do, is probably the most basic one, but also a really, really good one, and that's chatting. So of course, streamers are going to appreciate when people chat, and the main reason is not just for viewers. Like, it's not always about like seeing, oh, I have 1,000 viewers, 100 viewers, but it helps streamers really get comfortable. Like, it's easier for them. You make it a lot easier on a streamer, just chatting, just talking about your hobbies, talking about the biggest sports trade, the most recent sports trade, or a sports team that you like. Sports, I'm a big sports guy, but sports is really something that a lot of people have in common. Like, if you have sports in common, it's great. New game releases, all the new stuff. It's about to be fall, so there's a lot of new games coming out. Just chatting in general goes a really long way, and it can make it a lot easier for a streamer to get through their stream, especially if they don't have a lot of viewers. All right. Number 4. This is a really obvious one, but also super important. And that's just being there, lurking on somebody's stream. Listen, the last one that we did was chatting, and you just sometimes, most of the time, you can't chat for 3 hours, 4 hours. You just can't. A lot of people work from home. People are busy. But lurking is really important, because if you go there and you're not talking, people still notice that you're there. Like, it's important. And a lot of times, again, I always go back to view count. View count is really good, and a streamer might not need to see 100 viewers, 100 plus viewers to feel successful. But man, nobody wants to see 2 viewers. No one wants to be streaming to 1 viewer. That's a bad feeling. So if you got 4 or 5, you would be shocked. 4 or 5, 6 lurkers, even though there's no one talking and that's not what you want, it's better than having no one talking and seeing one viewer and streaming to yourself. Psychologically, I think that helps a lot, and it's a start. So I think it's really basic. It's an obvious one, but it's important. And as a small streamer, I think a lot of people notice. Like you'll see, like I'm gonna just be honest. I look sometimes. I don't say that they're there. I don't shout those people out, but I go. If you got 10 viewers, it's a lot easier to go click and see, especially if no one's chatting. To go click and see who's there and kind of check it out. And you know what? It's appreciated every single time. So last and certainly not least is that's right, you guessed it, subscribing. Subscribing, I know sometimes people get a little they feel indifferently about it because, oh, I don't have to spend money. Why do I have to spend money to watch this guy? You don't. Listen, I don't require people to subscribe to play at my community nights. We play a lot of Mario Kart. But it's one of those things where, like, if you really support somebody, you really like somebody, and it is the number one way to really support them. And what I mean by that is that, let's just say you make $100 from stream, it helps them keep going. Buying better stuff and helping them out with stuff like that. But it's one of those things that, and I'm going to leave it at this, is that if you could really go over the top, and people really appreciate it. It's also September, which is September, so subscribers, subbing costs $1 or less. So what better time to do is September? All right, and that's it. So we went over all of the things that we do like that you could say or do as a viewer to a streamer. But let's go over some of the dislikes that maybe you think are good and they're really not. So let's get into it. So the first dislike that I want to get into is something that I kind of thought was obvious, and it's not. I have found over the years that it's really not, and that is asking to be a VIP or a mod continually. Sometimes if you ask one time, people say I don't really need it, or I have people that I'm good with, like I'm good. But asking continually to be a mod, it might come across like you're doing them a service, like you want to help, and that's great. Just being there, I can't say that being there will make you a mod, because that doesn't happen that way. But if someone really likes you and they really trust you with doing that, they'll ask you. Eventually, they'll ask you. All right, now the second one is really obvious, and we all do it. We do it online, we do it offline, and that is just continually asking to play. Come on, bruh. Don't be that guy. Especially when someone is streaming, man, and you're just asking like, "Oh, can I play? Oh, can I play? Oh, can I play?" Come on, man. We all been in there, we all been in that party chat where like you just keep getting that invite, and you don't answer it because you don't want to play. Just don't be that guy. Don't annoy them. If they want to play, they'll let everybody know. And that brings us to number 3. And this one is always a funny one, but that is flirting and asking if the streamer is single. Now this one is funny, and I'm not even going to tell you that it never happens, because I have seen people meet their significant other on Twitch, and it's amazing to me. It is, but it does happen. However, in a live stream, if you are trying to get that person's attention in that way, it's probably not the best time and place to do it. So, just like a normal conversation, do it. I don't want to say in DMs and annoy them either, but like, just be casual. And obviously, if you know the vibes, if they're not there, just drop it. So, don't do it. Just don't do it. It's cringe. People don't like it. It makes people feel weird, and it's weird. Don't be weird. So number 4 is something that I have absolutely zero tolerance for, and that is cyberbullying. I think there are so many people that do this without even realizing that they do it, and it's not always about vulgarity or anything else, but a lot of times people say and do things on there that, you know, they try to make people do things for gifted subs, making people feel uncomfortable, or I'll say, you know, saying, oh, I'll give you 10 subs if you do this crazy thing. Bro, cut it out. Don't do that, man. Especially if you continually do it. It's uncomfortable for the streamer, and it's uncomfortable for the other people that are watching. Don't be that guy. That's how you get banned. Do better. So last and certainly not least, and this is more of a pet peeve than really, I guess, a dislike, because a lot of people don't care, and that is just telling someone they are going to be that you're lurking and you aren't. It's very annoying, especially for small streamers that are trying to grow their audience. We appreciate lurkers. That's awesome. You should definitely do that. We know that life is busy, but if you can't lurk and you can't talk, don't lie about it. It's okay. Most streamers are going to understand that. Just don't do it. Don't tell someone you're going to be there when you're not. It's rude. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video. On my personal likes and dislikes as a Twitch streamer, I really hope it helps you, especially if you're a smaller streamer. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, as it really helps me out. And if there's anything that you want me to talk about in the future, or anything that you want me to go over, feel free to leave it in the comments below. I appreciate you guys, and thanks for watching. Until next time, have a good one.